Welcome everyone to more Oakland Raiders football here on the Madden NFL 16 radio network. I'm Nick Chambers and we are here live from Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin as we are reviewing the first two preseason games for the Oakland Raiders. Now in our last episode, the offseason special, we left two omissions on the coaching changes. Bruce Arians, as you see, is the new head coach taking over for the fired Jack Del Rio, and they also have a new scout. Now these highlights won't really consider of big moments and big plays in the game, more as players to look out for, especially rookies that were signed and undrafted rookies. That was Griffin Lucas on the last play, the second round back, getting his first carry in this preseason game. Now Randall Cobb is back to field the punt, but Malcolm Smith knocks the ball loose. It is picked up by backup linebacker Ben Heaney, and so Oakland will retain possession. A great hit there by Smith. He's going to be fighting for snaps for the Oakland Raiders. Now Derek Carr dropping back to pass. He will throw, and that's caught by Danny Amendola, short of the first down marker, but a great catch by right now our number 4 wide receiver, free agent signing. Now you see Green Bay gets the ball. Aaron Rodgers dropping back to pass, but Tevin Patrick, the first round pick for the Raiders, number 2 overall, getting a big stop there on first down. You saw that he was stopped Rodgers behind the line as he was trying to scramble. And now more miscues, this time for the Raiders on the punt return team. Brandon Boykin, free agent signing, and the punt returner dropped it. Wilson picks it up, and the Raiders are going to get it at their own 2 now. Carr making changes at the line. He will hand off to Lucas. Lucas fighting his way through that tackle, and that's what Oakland's going to want to see if Lucas wants to get a lot of these snaps. Now on first down and 10, Carr dropping back to pass. Has all the time in the world. Great protection by this line. He's going to roll out to his right, maybe looking for running room, can't find it, but he finds his tight end, Lee Smith. A great catch there by our number 1 tight end, and that's going to get a big first down here for Oakland. Hopefully that connection can be lethal, especially in the red zone. Now on 3rd and 3, Carr dropping back, finds a wide open Amari Cooper down the sideline, right on the money, and a great catch by the second-year receiver out of Alabama. Now you see Rodgers handing it off to Lacey, but he is stopped, and that is Khalil Farmer. He is an undrafted free agent, and he is actually setting up to be one of our starting middle linebackers in our 3-4 packages. He is the second highest rated middle linebacker. Rodgers dropping back to pass once again on the screen, and he is sacked, and it's Tevin Patrick, number 2 overall, stopping Rodgers behind the line on a scramble earlier and getting a sack. Now the backups are in as we're into the second quarter, and it's rookie quarterback Patrick Scott finding Eddie Lacy, who played wideout for this Green Bay Packers team with the backups, for the touchdown. Now Christian Ponder, Roy Halou Jr., the quarterback and running back, and Halou Jr., you see there, getting a nice block, cutting inside, and Halou, who was a starting running back last year, isn't taking Griffin Lucas's assumed starting role kindly. Lucas didn't have a very good first game, so if Halou can get some good yardage and show that he deserves it, then he could be the starter going into the season. That is going to be undrafted free agent Parker Patterson, backup strong safety. And now first and goal from the 1, it looks like it's going to be Khalil Farmer and Larry Asante there on the stop. Farmer again getting in. And now on 3rd and goal, he is stopped once again, this time by Khalil Farmer once again, and backup in Max Valles. Now on 1st down and 10, the Packers get the ball back. We are into the second half. And now Scott handing off to Thomas, and a big hit there by C.J. Wilson. Wilson was looking to be the starter, but since they drafted Tevin Patrick, he is no more. He's going to be fighting for snaps. Now 3rd down and 6. Scott throwing, and that's going to be caught by Garrett Selleck. He beats Khalil Farmer in man coverage. Farmer played the whole game. First quarter as a backup, getting snaps with the 3-4 team, and then as the main linebacker in the second quarter and second half. That is going to be Malcolm Smith with the big tackle there. Now Patrick Scott. That'll be Ty Montgomery with the touchdown. He beat T.J. Carey in coverage. Carey, one of these corners that was retained, even though we spent a lot of money on a lot of different corners in the offseason. Now Patrick Scott dropping at a pass. He's going to throw it up, and that's going to be caught Eddie Lacy. He meets the zone coverage. They weren't playing man, so it wasn't really one man's fault. But Patrick Scott had a great day. He is actually a rookie quarterback as well, and he's pretty high overall, 74. And now you see Michael Rivera, the second string tight end, getting the catch there. A great catch and a low throw from Christian Ponder. Now nearing the end of the third quarter, you see Scott is going to go down. That's C.J. Wilson. Again, the backup right in doing damage. And as you see there, Patrick Scott was down. He will not return to this ball game. It's second-year man at UCLA, Brent Hundley, now with the ball with 2 minutes to go in the game. And a big stop there. It's going to be Justin Ellis as the first man to hit him. And now 4th and 19. That's 7th rounder Frank McDonald, 3rd string quarterback. He's going to get some reps. He throws it up for Bryce Butler, who was an undrafted rookie. He can't make the catch, but great accuracy there by Frank McDonald. We'll see who will get that. It's either him or Cody Fajaro will be the 3rd string quarterback. But that is how the game ends, the first preseason game. Not very good for Oakland, but you know, the preseason doesn't really matter that much. It's more about getting your players some playing time, especially with these rookies. You got to look at the numbers. Not very good numbers from our quarterbacks. Carr only played a quarter, obviously. Christian Ponder didn't do that well, and McDonald really didn't get any time. Griffin Lucas underwhelmed. You see 5 rushes for 14 yards. Rory Halou, I mean, I got to say he's our offensive player of the game. You saw he had some great rushing stats, led the team in receptions. Of course, the ball is being spread around a lot. But Halou, he really has a chance to be a starter if Lucas continues to underwhelm. I mean, it's very much an open position. And I think for our defensive player of the game, Khalil Farmer, the undrafted rookie, making waves here, and that's what the preseason is about, looking to get that 3-4 spot. But now we will go into our second game, which would be against the Pittsburgh Steelers. And we get right into it here. As you see, 5.5 minutes to go in the first. Big Ben and his Steelers offense is driving down the field. They're at the Raiders 27. Roethlisberger drops back to pass. Throws deep for Marcus Wheaton, and he beats Josh Norman in man coverage. And he's gonna run out of bounds at the 1-yard line. Now 2nd down and goal. Handoff to Le'Veon Bell, and he is stopped by C.O. Moore. Moore making a great tackle there to save a touchdown, but now on 3rd down and goal, Big Ben handing it off to D'Angelo Williams, and he goes in for the touchdown. That puts Pittsburgh up 7-0 here. Now let's go look at the Raiders. Handoff Griffin Lucas, and a nice run here by Lucas on 2nd and 10. Breaking tackles, staying up, even out of bounds. A great run there. That'll gain 9. Now on 1st down and 10. Man in motion, it's Amari Cooper, and it's going to be a play action here, and Carr rolling out, and he's going to take off. Derek Carr beating his man off the edge and now gaining 23 yards. Derek Carr with a 23-yard rush, showing his mobility out of the pocket. Now offset Lucas gets the pitch. Good block there from Marcel Reese, and he's going to get it, try to fight his way forward, and another big gain for Griffin Lucas. Now, time winding down in the first quarter. Carr making changes at the line. Will drop back. Throws for Amari Cooper, and that is caught. A good catch there by Cooper, and that will do it for the starters. We will get a field goal in the second quarter. It is 7-3 Pittsburgh. Brian Hoyer, the backup quarterback, handing it off to D'Angelo Williams, and a great open field tackle. That's Khalil Farmer on the stop. Now on 3rd and 4, Christian Ponder, Roy Halou Jr. in for this backup offense, and that's going to be caught. Bradley Buchanan, what a juke move there. He's an undrafted free agent wide receiver that we signed, and with that elusiveness, a great juke move there by Bradley Buchanan, he might make this team. Now on 1st down and goal, Ponder dropping back, and he throws way off the mark, and that's going to be intercepted. He lays a pretty brutal hit, but more accuracy issues for Christian Ponder. This team could not capitalize. Now Hoyer handing it off to D'Angelo Williams on 3rd down and 10, and another great tackle by Khalil Farmer. He's impressing, the undrafted free agent is. And now C.O. Moore with another big stop. He had that stop at the goal line. That's a sack. But now they're driving once again in the second half. It's going to be a handoff. D'Angelo Williams, but a big hit there by free agent signing Josh Wilson. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. It's going to be a handoff. D'Angelo Williams, and he is met in the backfield. That's Justin Tuck getting some extra snaps. Looks like he requested that Coach Arians put him in for some snaps. But now on 3rd and goal, he's going to be hit. Brian Hoyer is sacked by Nerion Ball. That brings up a 4th and goal, a field goal for Pittsburgh. Now in the 4th quarter, though, on 3rd and 2, another big stop by Khalil Farmer. He gets D'Angelo Williams down. It's a 13-3 Pittsburgh game. And look who's in the game. That's Frank McDonald, 3rd string quarterback, the rookie. On 3rd down and 4, he throws it up for Bradley Buchanan. Rookie to undrafted rookie, and a big catch there by Buchanan in the rain, and that will set up this offense nicely. But on 3rd down and 18, we'll see what they can do. Trips right. McDonald throwing for Michael Rivera, and he hits it. Michael Rivera with a big catch, and now it's going to be goal to go for the Oakland Raiders. 2nd and goal now. Murray checks in the game for Halou. And now there's going to be a throw, and that's caught. And that's going to be Bryce Butler with the touchdown. First touchdown for the Raiders. And it's Frank McDonald, and now it's a 3-point game. 1st and 10. Hoyer making changes, giving it to D'Angelo Williams. Ray Armstrong misses. Peterson gets blocked. And now he's going to be off to the races. TJ Carey tries to get him, but D'Angelo Williams gets the touchdown, and it's 20-10. Big touchdown there for Williams. And now with 2 minutes left, in steps Cody Fajardo, the fourth-string quarterback, battling with Frank McDonald, and that is way off the mark, and that will not help his chances. Fajardo ends up going 0 for 3, and that will be the game. The Raiders fall to 0-2 on the preseason with this 20-10 loss. We saw a good fight from this team. And before we look at the stats to close out the video, the Raiders did have to cut 2 players this week. And it is undrafted rookie running back Ephraim Ivory, who was 6 on the running back depth chart. And then 5th rounder wide receiver Kurt McKinney, who did not pan out. We actually gave him a snap. He dropped a wide open ball. So that is the end for McKinney. So they are no longer Oakland Raiders. There will be 6 more cuts next week. We'll see who survives. You can look at the stats. My offensive player of the game, maybe not by stats, but just shockingly impressive, was Frank McDonald. He had a good job with his offense, had a good drive in the rain. You see 5 for 11 for 65 yards. Lucas did better. Halou was basically non-existent, 2 rushes for 0 yards. So I think Griffin gained some traction when it came to that running back race. You see Bryce Butler, Bradley Buchanan, just undrafted rookies that had a pretty good game and are trying to make this roster. It's going to be a tough fight with all those wide receivers. And my defensive player of the game is the secondary. I believe the secondary stepped up. You saw people like, if you want to count linebackers, secondary, of course, Khalil Farmer coming in. You saw Josh Wilson with a nice hit. Other people, just these rookies are playing very well. That'll do it for me. Nate Chambers signing off on Madden NFL 16 Radio. Come back in the next episode. It's preseason weeks 3 and 4.